It is 1:30 Universal Time. I'm Jim Tedder in Washington. A top United Nations official has urged governments to quickly decide if their troops will join a new UN peacekeeping force for southern Lebanon. Deputy Secretary General Mark Malloch Brown warned that delays could threaten the current ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah. He said the nations that agree to join the UN force must quickly deploy their troops. Mr. Brown spoke at a meeting of nations that are expected to join the UN force. French President Jacques Chirac has announced that France will immediately send 200 troops to help the existing UN force in Lebanon. German Chancellor Angela Merkel said Germany will not send troops to the UN force, but might offer naval support. The President of Afghanistan has condemned the American-led coalition airstrike that killed at least 10 police officers. Afghan officials say a coalition warplane attacked the officers in the eastern part of the country. The United States military says it was a mistake. Military officials say the soldiers believed the 2 trucks they hit were carrying militants who had killed an Afghan soldier in an earlier attack. President Hamid Karzai has ordered an investigation. Also Thursday, Afghan officials said 2 bomb attacks in southern Afghanistan wounded 7 policemen and 1 foreign soldier. Iraqi officials say rebel attacks killed at least 13 people on Thursday. A bomb attack at a market in the Sadr City area of Baghdad killed at least 4 people. More than 20 others were wounded. Another explosion in Baghdad wounded several other people. Also, gunmen in and around Baquba killed at least 6 people. And an Iraqi soldier guarding oil fields was shot dead in Balad. Also Thursday, the United States military said a bombing south of Baghdad killed an American soldier. Another soldier died following fighting in Anbar province. In Ecuador, a volcano has exploded and poured hard and melted rock on nearby villages. Officials say at least 1 person has died. 60 others are reported missing. The Tungurahua volcano is 130 kilometers south of the capital, Quito. Ecuadorian officials say the volcano explosion on Thursday forced hundreds of people to flee the area. A local mayor says houses have fallen, and falling rocks have burned several people. He says others have been buried under the wreckage. Tungurahua is one of the most active volcanoes in Ecuador. A suspected leader of one of Mexico's largest illegal drug trading groups is in the United States to face charges. Francisco Javier Arellano Felix is charged with financial wrongdoing and plotting to import the illegal drugs cocaine and marijuana. American officials say the suspect arrived in San Diego, California, on Thursday. The United States Coast Guard captured Mr. Arellano Felix on Monday. He was on a fishing boat off the Pacific coast of Mexico. 10 other people with him were also arrested. You are listening to the news in VOA Special English. Rescue teams in helicopters and boats are continuing efforts to save thousands of Ethiopians trapped by floods. At least 6,000 people were rescued in southern Ethiopia on Thursday. Police say 364 people are now confirmed dead in the south near the Omo River. Another 254 are confirmed dead in the east near the city of Dire Dawa. Hundreds of others remain missing. More than 10,000 Ethiopians have been left homeless because of the floods. A court in the United States has ordered the federal government to suspend an anti-terrorism program because it is unconstitutional. The program lets spies listen to international telephone calls and read electronic messages without a court order. A federal judge in the state of Michigan has ruled that the spy program violates the constitutional rights of free speech and freedom from unreasonable searches. The Justice Department has appealed the ruling. The judge's order will not take effect until the appeal is considered. The Bush administration created the spy program after the terrorist attacks of September 11th, 2001. British officials say service at the country's airports should be back to normal on Friday. New severe security measures following a reported bomb plot caused a week of flight delays and cancellations. On Thursday, British Airways cancelled only 19 flights from London's Heathrow Airport. Reports say police investigating the reported plot have found a container filled with bomb-making materials in a small forest northwest of London. One of the suspects lives in the area. About 30 suspects have been arrested in Britain and Pakistan. The plot involved the explosion of several airplanes flying from Britain to the United States. United States officials are asking officials in Thailand to surrender an American school teacher. Thai officials arrested John Mark Carr for the murder 10 years ago of a young girl. A government lawyer in the American state of Colorado says there is more work to be done now that Mr. Carr has been jailed. He faces charges in the murder, kidnapping, and sexual attack of 6-year-old Jean-Benet Ramsey. The suspect spoke to reporters in Bangkok after Thai police said that he admitted to killing the girl. Mr. Carr said he was with her when she died and that he loved her. Jean-Benet Ramsey was found beaten and choked to death in the family's home in Colorado. Investigators had suspected her parents in the killing, but the parents were never charged. Briefly, here again is the major news. The Deputy Secretary General of the UN has urged governments to quickly decide if their troops will join a new UN peacekeeping force for southern Lebanon. Afghan President Karzai has condemned an American-led coalition strike that killed 10 police officers. And in Ecuador, a volcano has exploded, damaging nearby villages. 1 person has been killed, 60 others are missing. That's the news in Special English. Jim Tedder reporting.